Okay, right, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another Hypixel Skyblock video. Today we're gonna be exploring the starter minions and we're gonna be discussing or debating which ones are the better minions to use and which ones are the better ones to invest in, because as you know, you don't have a limited space. You have a certain amount of minion slots, especially when you're starting out, so you might wanna know which one actually makes the most money and which ones you should focus on. So let's get into it. That's too close. Okay, so the way I'm gonna be calculating how much a minion makes, pretty simple math. So basically, we have the set amount of time it takes for a minion to make an action, and you have also the amount of that item it can get per action. For example, you can get way more lapis and clay than diamonds per action, because obviously it drops more. And also we're gonna be discussing how much it takes to actually upgrade the minion and how much the actual item is worth. Get out of here. You were a splash by the witch. I hate you. Goodbye, die. Okay, right, so the first minion I'm going to be taking a look at is a redstone minion, which you need redstone to obviously make, and you can get that from the deep cavern, so you need mining level 5, and you can get that from the pigman level. So the first thing we're going to do is going to take a look at how much time it takes the minion to make an action. So we can find that from here, and it takes 29 seconds to make an action. So the next part is to check how much a redstone sells for. To do that, you just go here and you click on the guy, and it turns out that one redstone is 1 coin. Does that mean that the redstone minion makes 1 coin every 29 seconds? No, not exactly, because as you guys know, redstone doesn't drop 1. On average, around 4 to 5. So let's say it's 4.5 rather. That's a better example. So it makes 4.5 coins every 29 seconds. That means that every minute it makes 9 coins, so every hour it makes 540 coins. The next minion I'm going to be taking a look at is the Lapis minion. To get that, you obviously need to get the zombie level of the deep caverns, and from what I found is that from each action it can get on average about 7 lapis. It sometimes is either 10 or 4 to 5, so that turns out to be around 7. And we also know from here that you're annoying. And we also know from here that a Lapis minion makes an action every 29 seconds, like the Redstone minion. So now all we have to do is find out how much 1 Lapis sells for. And turns out that the Lapis goes for 1 coin, which means that basically every hour it makes 840 coins. So that's quite a bit more than the redstone minion. But something else to consider is that I believe that the redstone minion needs half the resources than compared to the lapis minion to upgrade. So if we were to take a look at the upgrades menu, you will see that level 2, for example, needs 64, while the redstone minion at level 2 needs 32. And if we were to go at let's go to the 10, so you need the blocks of enchanted redstone block, and for that you also need you need 2 blocks of enchanted lapis block. So you need double the resources to do that, but at the same time it makes you more money. Next minion is actually the most famous one when it comes to AFK grinding, and that is the clay minion. The clay minion you can get from fishing, you can get clay from fishing, and you can craft the clay minion. So the clay minion, as you can see, takes an action every 32 seconds, and you can craft it using 8 slots of 10 clay, and that means it turns out to be 80 clay. Now from each action, clay minion can get 4 clay on average. So all we need to do now is find out how much 1 clay goes for, and that is 3. So that means that a clay minion can get 12 coins every 32 seconds, which turns out to be 22.44 coins every second, every minute, which means you can get 1,346 coins every hour. So that turns out to mean that every hour you can get 1,346 coins. Amazingly, an amazing amount compared to the rest. If we were to take a look at how much you need to upgrade the minion, you will see that, as it turns out, you actually don't need that much compared to the lapis and redstone. But you gotta remember that you also don't get as much as the Lapis one, but still, it's a pretty decent minion. It's actually pretty good. So for the last ones, I decided to kind of speed up the process because I realized that could be too long and you guys will get bored. But yeah, the diamond minion makes about 960 coins per hour, which was very surprising to see. Turns out the clay minion is actually way better. I didn't know that. I'm kind of a noob. Okay, sorry. Now the gold minion turns out to make 640 and 54 coins per hour, which means I mean, it's not amazing, but at the same time, from what I know, you actually don't need that much resources compared to the others to upgrade it, so that's pretty fine. That's pretty good. Although the iron minion makes an action every 17 seconds, which is actually much less than the others, turns out that it makes a bit less than the gold minion, which is at 635 coins per hour. And lastly, the emerald minion. Lastly, the emerald minion turns out to make 771 coins per hour. Actually, something I haven't gone through is this minion, which kills an enderman. If you don't know how to get that, obviously, you guys know during the night these guys spawn, so you get to grind that and eventually make this. So it's not that easy, but it just takes some time. It's not that hard. It turns out that this minion makes 1,125 coins, which is actually pretty good. But at the same time, something I'm not sure about is if it takes first it generates an enderman and then it kills it, so it doubles the amount of time it needs. I'm not sure about that, but if that's not the case, then it makes that much amount of time. So that means that in general, the first minion that came out on top is the clay minion, then it's the enderman minion, and then it's a diamond minion. So you can focus on them, but you also might need to make those, obviously, because you're gonna unlock the recipes and all that stuff. So obviously, you're gonna need to make all of them eventually. But yeah, these are the minions that make the most amount of money for beginners. If you guys enjoyed, then be sure to subscribe so you know we can get to 1K subs. Why not? Why not? It's free. It's free. So you might as well. You might as well. And you will also get in return more videos in the future. So that's a great deal. You know, it's free and you're getting more stuff out of it. See you guys later.